Hello everyone, this is Darryl20, and welcome to episode 27 of Darryl20's ATM10 to the Skies Let's Play series. Today I want to take a little break from modern industrialization. As much as I'm having fun with it, and I actually want to do more, I feel like I've been doing it a lot. So I'm going to do like a little bit of a reprieve and work on some other stuffs in the time, in the next episode or two. And then I'll also give me a chance to see what people are saying in the comments about whether or not they're enjoying all this MI stuff. So with that said, I decided to toss down another magmatic generator here. Hopefully that, all my stuff here can keep up. We'll find out if that's not enough or not. We'll see. In theory, this thing will back stuff with power at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it won't. We'll see what happens. Time will tell. One way or another, though, not too concerned. It'll all work itself out. We'll come back to that in like 10 or 15 minutes and see what happens. So I want to look at today. I was kind of flipping through the quests here. One thing I'd like to do is get some netherite mesh, if we could. Now, in order to get this, though, we're going to need smithing template upgrades. So let's take a look at how we get that. So in order to get that, we're going to need gem dust. These special affixed items, the very rare and difficult ones to get, the ones better than other items, as well as the affixed item will add an apotheosis gem. Crush it under a falling animal. This will give us gem dust we'll need for recipes, including the salvaging table. All right, so we're going to need apothic gem type stuff. We have literally one, and it is gray tier, which is like, as meh as you can get. Look who's here to visit. Oh, a beacon, you say? I mean, do I need a beacon for anything? I think so. I mean, we don't have whatchamacallits yet. Access to nether stars. Not that I probably couldn't, get that going at some point, but all right, I'll go away. I definitely wouldn't mind better weapons, armor, enchanted yada yadas. By the way, between episodes, I noticed while playing around that if you break one of these furnaces, like it stores the experience it gets. So like every now and then I come over here and break this, and look, I just got 20 experience points. I did this like 2 minutes ago. It's actually making a lot of experience. I'm just putting that out there. So just the only downside is you have to like reconfigure all the stuff when you do that. I don't know if there's a way to like actually get the experience out without breaking it. But I broke it a minute ago between episodes, and I got like 250 experience levels from doing so. So just putting out there that like those furnaces build up a lot of experience over time. So break them every now and then and get lots of EXP. Pro tip. So let's look at this. Let's look at how we can get into, gem dust and then gems and all that stuff. So in my last Let's Play series, we did get named mobs. Now I have to remember there's like a hotkey or something that I can press for apotheosis. Controls, keybinds, category. Apotheosis? There we go, Control T. That's what I'm looking for. Got it. This world here is currently active. Haven. To start your journey. Sweet. Now, if I want to get to Frontier, I need to equip common level gear, right? So, like, if we happen to have, like, any chest plates that are green, oh, we do. Okay, cool. But I don't think we'll have all of them. I'd be surprised if we do. I mean, that's blue, so that's kind of cool. I'm guessing these were, like, this one might have come from, like, a dude. Well, he's not actually blue, is he? I don't think so, because he doesn't have, like, the tooltips. Boots and a helmet. Got a gray and a gray. So if I just equip this real quick, that should count, right? And then if we Control T, we should see common chest plate, good to go. And then there's like, if there's a green weapon I have, but no. So we need to get like some green tier stuff. So I guess mob farm in our immediate future? Does that sound like a plan? So what do we got for mob farming opportunities in this pack? Because We could do like, you know, like the simulated mob farmy thing, but you're not gonna get green spawn dudes from that. So like we need to get like a proper mob farm with drops and all that. And theoretically, I assume there's like nothing special we had to do in the last pack. It was just kind of like, you know, set it up and you're good to go. So what do we got for options here? I'm assuming this stuff, right? Dreadful dirt and all that, yada yada. Yeah, probably. So let's get some GM chicken feed. Now I should be able to get liquid XP buckets from you. Did I ever add it? I still haven't done that. I should. I should. But if I got a tank of some kind and pipes and an extractor, that should work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Barely a dent. And there you go, GM chicken feed. Now, do we have chickens yet? That's the real question. I know we have a couple eggs laying around. I'm assuming we have chickens? We have like 2 eggs. Mostly cows and sheep. Did we never get a chicken to spawn? Well, I could roll my luck, or we could see if there's like a thing for that. Yes, delightful dirt. We could use that, but you have to feed that to chickens too. So we definitely need like a... You know what it is? It's probably just that I have so many mobs here, it's preventing passive mob spawns anymore. That's my assumption. Well, we could just roll our dice. Is there like a way to get eggs? Not really. Not really. Not really. Worth a try. Give me a sec to figure out how to get an egg, and I will be back. Well, that's interesting. I never knew that was a recipe. So we have a market. And we have diamonds. Oh, look at that. They got spawn eggs for all kinds of passive dudes. That's cool. So then I should be able to do this and this. Sweet. Rotten egg. Easy. Alright, maybe we should do delightful dirt. Right, golden egg. This stuff. Nutritious GM. Creates a golden egg. Should be cool. A few more buckets. And you guys can probably go away for the time being. As can you, sir. That's good to know. I did not know. I don't know if that's normal or not. Is it normal to be able to just, you know, buy spawn eggs from that dude? I don't think so. Cool. Okay, nutritious chicken feed. This will give us the green. Happy birthday, Taco! Yay! Alright, so that'll be that. And then, do I have a copy paste of my standard mob farm layout? I should, because I always do like similar stuff. Let me see if I have one. Alright, went and snagged a template. So previously, Dyer was using Blackstone brick. So let's get a building gadgets template manager. And what I'm going to want is to paste in to a piece of paper. Hooray! Mob farm. Pretty cool. I snagged the one from my that I had existing in whatchamacallit. So in the last Let's Play series. So like it's gonna be, you know, gonna have those two spawners that I had and the levers, but like that's no big deal. I might even you know, do something about that. Where should we set this dude up? Like maybe like way over here so that like the mob noises don't bother us too much. I like that plan. Um maybe to the right here. So what if we did this? All right, so we anchor that dude there, and then let's bring this 3 spaces before it, but I probably want to rotate it, don't I? Because I think I wouldn't want the door there. Right? And then we're talking, just to make sure I'm not crazy. Right? That looks cool. I'm cool with that, right? And then if we want, we could have like the peaceful mobs one be right here. Is that cool? Right? So then we anchor, anchor, and then place that dude. Is that cool? I feel like that's cool. Looks cool to me. And then put you away, bring you out, horizontal wall. Are we out of dirt by chance? No, we shouldn't be. Oh, you know what? Maybe you're not. You should be connected, but if you're not, I'll add you real quick. And then make sure your range is like 7-ish. Is that cool? I like that. Alright, now I'm really curious how my antimony is doing, because if I can pause this noisiness for a minute, I'll be pretty happy. How much experience have we gotten, by the way? Look how much experience. I'm just every now and then going over to like whatever thing and stealing the experience from what's in it, right? Like I can give a good example, right? If I come to this dude, currently 0 experience, 40 levels, boom, super cool. Just put that back on, and then in, out, auto eject, easy peasy. That's super cool. All right, so now we've got the dark rooms, right? And what we'll want is a redstone lamp here. And in my last Let's Play, one in the ceiling wasn't enough, but we'll see if that's still the case. Okay. And then there was like what was the glass that I need? Materials list is tinted ethereal glass. Let's go teach you how to make that if that's a thing. Tinted ethereal glass. Oh, good, it is. Sweet. So you're going to be that, and then you're going to be that, and that should be super cool. Nice. Right? Now, do you have a feral flare lantern? I bet you do. Yeah, that might be a problem. I'm going to remove you. And I'm hoping this shows me the dark spots. Oh, good, it does. Beautiful. Did that already remove all the things? Nice, that was quick. All right, now then here's my question. Let's get you copied and pasted again. I should have like a separate one that's like dedicated copy paste gadget for my islands. So you're going to go here to here, but then your end. Actually, I probably want you to be U to U, right? Because it actually does matter where you start from. But then your start. So that's longer that way. So I want to go this way. Cool. And then this way. Confirm. Paste. Let's get you aligned. Oh, you did that, didn't you? I did copy the wrong one. What I should really do is maybe somebody who's a better example, like you to all the way over there. That should be cool. So then you're going to go in this direction and that direction. Confirm. And then I can paste you like that. And then if I anchor you here, and then doot, no. Doot, nope. Third time's the charm. Oh, are we out of bricks? Oh, that's right. I forgot to link the new guy. You're still anchored, so clicking you should make you build it up. Nice. Now what I'd like to see is if I put my ferro flare back here and then tick accelerate him a bit. Hopefully that'll be enough to light up that area, but not like that area. And if it becomes a problem, we'll just deal with it. And I can always just throw down a few torches just to make things like, you know, on the roofs. I think we're already getting mobs. I hear bad guys in there. Perfect. That might actually be well laid out. Nice. Oh yeah, definitely bad guys. Bad guys is happening. I probably want to place you here so I can get my lever. And then same for you. Ow, ow. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think this kind of dirt needs light better. So we needed like the better. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of creepers. Don't knock it if it works. Don't knock it if it works. Okay. So we can make either one of these, whichever one we want. Let's put Delightful on the left. Is that cool? I like that idea. And then we'll put the dark one on the right. I like that idea. So that means we want 4 more redstone lamps. Okay. And because this light's on, we should not be having too much of a problem down here, right? Same for there. So we shouldn't get any more mob spawns. And then what we should be able to do is rotten egg the center of this dude. And then golden egg the center of that dude. Cool. I like it. And then if I want mobs, I just turn off this light and I get them. And if I want passive mobs, I turn on these lights and I'll get them. And that should be cool. I forget if that guy needs to be at least somewhat lit, but we'll give this a minute or two and see if any passive mobs spawn while waiting. And meanwhile, I'm going to get like a mob masher probably. There's a couple ways, obviously, we could handle this. Debating what I want to do, right? Because, you know, we could do just dire things. We could do foregoing. We could do, you know, a dozen different ways to handle the drops. Because basically what we want, like, is a combination of mob drops and experience, but most importantly, we want, like, the named stuff, right? So we'll have to decide which mob type makes that, you know, most meaningful. I guess over here I should have a torch as well. Just to keep it nice looking and balanced. Probably not a bad idea to have, like, you know, keep F7 on so I can see where I have completely failed to keep things well lit. All right, giving this a few minutes, making sure nothing spawns as it's currently configured, and then we'll be back once I decide how I'm going to handle, you know, mobs. All right, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do a clicker. Why not? It's been a while since I did it this way, right? I think it's been a while since I've done it this way. So why don't we set this dude up? I'm going to put him, like, offset a little bit, because then in the future, because I assume there's going to be a point where we need to do the industrial foregoing approach, because we're probably going to need liquid meat, we're probably going to need pink slime, we're going to have to do that at some point. And the industrial foregoing one, I can't offset. The Just Dire Things one, I can. So I can easily just put this, like, wherever. In fact, I might just put him, like, right off to the edge. Let's do that, right? And then we can render the area. We'll go back a few, and then we'll go, and then, am I right that this is the whole shebang there? Yep. And then I'm just going to go ba-boom, and then up one, and that'll basically catch anything inside this area, right? I could even go a little bit more in case spiders climb into the ceilings or whatever. That should be cool. And our target will be, I'm thinking just hostile, right? Hostile mobs. We'll give it U. It's going to be configured for a left click. We're going to make it click every 5 ticks. That sounds like a good number to me. And then that should be cool. I like it, right? Yeah, works for me. Now, I wanted to configure you with a drops teleporter so that I could bind you to here, which means you'll just automatically deposit stuff straight into the AE system. Or storage drawer system, really. By the way, mobs are spawning in here. I wasn't sure, like, what the light level number was, but I'm guessing they can spawn in here. Also, neat little trick, by the way. This was totally unexpected. Whisper Sprigs, or Whirl-a-Sprig tokens, obtained by growing a tree near a wild Whirl-a-Sprig. Well, it just so happens that our, like, tree farm is right on the other side of this thing, so I guess that's close enough that it counts. That's kind of cool, right? Alright, so now we can turn you off, and you're bound, so you should be cool. Now what I want to do is make sure that, you know, things behave. The other thing I want to do is get a machine settings copier, so I can get the experience dude from Just Dire Things. I need to teach you books, my friend. Cool. And then we're going to copy, paste. Now, if we check your area, you should be pretty identical. I'm just going to move you down 1 Y level, because the copy and paste is such. You're going to be set to collect experience, right? And then you'll collect all the XP that the dudes drop. Yeah? Is that cool? And then we just need a flux point. Deal? Right? So now I should be able to go in there, no problemo, not take any damage. But then any mobs that spawn will. And now eventually we can put, like, looting and sharpness and all that good stuff on that sword. Now I think, if I'm not mistaken, slimes, if they spawn in there, might not count. And what I want to do is catch what's dropping and make sure that we have, like, drawers for them, right? So here's some perfect examples of things that are dropping that we don't have drawers for. Okay? We might want to, you know, add drawers. There you go. Now, the other thing we're going to have to deal with is, like, you know, the armors and whatnot. So what I'd like to have is, let's get an item collector. Let's do that. Let's get a chest. Can we get, like, a really fancy, like, diamond chest or something? Let's get an oak one. Sophisticated chest oak. That should do. Oh, there's so many oaks. Oak iron chest needs oak chest, which is this. Right? And then oak iron chest. So the plan will be this. Is that cool? That's probably enough, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, why not? And then we'll get a Just Dire Things collector. And we will paste you. And then we will do that and that. And then you'll collect any items. And then anything that I discern needs to go into, you know, whatchamacallit, the drawer system. So basically what'll happen is the sword will send things into... Oh, look, we already got a cracked gem. That's cool. The sword will send things into here, right? Mob drops and whatnot. And then anything that the sword can't fit in the drawers, the item collector will come in and pick up. And that'll handle this stuff, right? Didn't I put leather scrap in, or did I? Oh, right, I didn't get to that layer yet. Oh, I did do leather scrap. Okay, but did you get done? You need to be done too, right? That'll be cool. I like this, right? Is that cool? I like that design. I don't know if I've ever done it exactly that way before. Close, I'm sure, but not perfect. So, like, I'm cool. What do you guys think? You like it? Right? And then we'll start getting these kind of drop dudes, right? Now, over time, we can tell we're already getting stuff, right? Now, there's the question. Do that? Yeah, see? Slimes equal not. So we should probably do all living, which means you'll get slimes in your list of killables. Which, at some point, I'm going to have to get slimes. Unless slimes is already in the... Might already be in the thing. Guess we'll see. Cool. So this should eventually become just a list of, like, you know, armor and tools and whatnot and gems. I think that's a cool way to do it. I like that. I like that. And we should be getting experience from that too, right? Yeah, look, already 13 levels. Beautiful. So we're, like, accumulating experience all across the board, right? Like, we're getting experience from this dude, we're getting experience from these dudes, now we're getting experience from that dude. Lots of experience all over the place. We can consolidate them all into one locale at some point if we want to. Because, remember, you can extract the liquids from these dudes, so we can just pipe these into, like, an ender tank and then feed it over there. And that would be cool. You like? What do you think? Hey, slime pearl. Potion of healing? Do we want a functional storage of that? Probably. Thanks, witches. We're always clogging up my inventory with nonsense. Alright, so I think what we do here is wrap up the episode. We come back next time. Zombie hearts as well. Need to go into the thing. And when we get back, I will have accumulated a bunch of stuffs. And all that stuffs will wind up, hopefully, some greens. We already got one green. It just happened to be one that we already had. But then we can bump up our tier, because ultimately what we want to do is get access to the netherite upgrade template. So in order to make that, we need a smithing template. And this dude requires a luminous crystal shard, which needs a blue. and then some gem-infused slates, which needs gem dust. Cool. So not hard to get, but we just need to, like, start the apotheosis chain, right, of you know, drops and whatnot. But I think this will be cool. Yeah, I like it. All right. And then if we wanted to, we could probably just get night vision. Kind of surprised I forgot to get that. Well, I didn't forget per se. I just didn't get it because it wasn't a priority. Because we had, you know, this is the first time I've actually needed some night vision going on. There we go. Now we can see what's going on inside that room. See? Don't forget, this is a YouTube series. You guys should be seeing what's happening. All right, for now, Ep27 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Not too shabby, right? Quick and dirty. You know, mob setup dude. Got some leggings. Got an axe. I don't know if that counts as a sword or a weapon, but, like, maybe it does. Let's see. Did that count as a weapon? It did. Equip a common weapon. Check. So now we just need helmet, leggings, and boots. So that's cool, right? You're a drop that's going to wind up going into the thing. So for now, Ep27 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.